And family, today Hazel and I are conditioning to the e-collar, and we do this with the come and sit command. Come is the #1 thing to train a dog to do. Even if she's chasing a UTV, a rabbit, a car, whatever it is, if you call Hazel, I want her to come immediately. It's not a question. We're telling her you need to come right now. So a lot of the reason for off-leash training is for that reason alone, is that if she's really engaged with something, that you can call her back. She's done really well with it. We started at a very, very low number. It's kind of like somebody tapping on their shoulder saying, hey, hey. And it gets a little bit harder until she complies, and then as soon as she takes that first step towards us, it stops. So what she's learning essentially is how to turn that little tingle off. And she's working in between a 4 and a 6. So she's pretty sensitive to the e-collar, which is a great thing because we want to stay at low numbers. Now we're working inside today, so not a whole lot of distractions, which is what I want because I want her to understand what I'm asking. As she progresses, we're going to start to add other dogs, other situations, so that she's learning to comply to that command even in a distractive environment. So this is what it looks like. Come is the only command that I use the stem before I give the command, because if she's out on your 30 acres somewhere and she feels that tingle, even if she can't see you, she's going to know you're calling, and she should come and try to find you. So if I ask a dog to come, I want them to come within petting distance. If they've done that, they're free to walk away. I just kind of run my hand down their back, so they're literally checking in with me. But if I ask Hazel to sit, the first time's always free. If she doesn't sit, I use, again, a low stem. We're starting at a 4. And I'll hold the stem button down until her butt hits the ground, and then it immediately stops. If she gets up before I ask, it starts again. So you have total control over that. And you're working 2 buttons. The black button, which is an S button, makes the stem go up. The red button takes it down to the original number that we set it at, which is 4. Now, if we're outside and it's really distractive, we may bump it up to a 6 as our starting number. It's not that she won't feel it, but she'll be able to kind of ignore it if we don't use a higher stem when she's distracted. So I'm gonna hold the button down, the black S at a 4. Hazel, come, and here she comes. Good girl. And we start with this long leash so that she has some idea of what we're asking and how to turn that little tingle off. So she was laying down on the concrete over there, just chilling, and when she felt that little tingle and a little bit of leash pressure, here she came. Good girl, Hazel. That's a good girl. And then we repeat the process. Holding the button, Hazel, come. Good girl, come on. That's a good girl. Now, as she's coming towards me, I'm not holding anything down. I'm just kind of guiding her with the leash and asking her to come on. Good. Hazel, sit. Yes, good girl. Sit. Right here. Sit. Hazel, sit. Good. That's a good sit. Sit. Nope. Come. Good girl. Sit. Sit. Yes. Break. Good, Hazel. That's a good girl. Okay, let's go. Hazel, come. Right here. Good girl. Hazel, sit. Right here. Sit. Yes. And so I'm going to turn it down to 3. She's feeling it a little bit more than I want her to. Good girl, Hazel. Sit. Sit. Right here. I am holding the button down right now. Sit. Good. Hazel, break. Oh, that's a good girl. Hazel, come. Yes, sit. Good. Hazel, sit. 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 Come. Good girl. Sit.